Hey everyone, Digital Scriptorium here, and today I figured I would show off the release of Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. I don't generally make gameplay videos, but Final Fantasy Tactics is such a memorable and great game to me that I figured I would dig in and show it off. My playthrough is completely unscripted and mostly unedited, but I tell stories of memories past as I move through the beginning of the game and bring up the changes or what I think are changes. Also, please forgive me for what I'll call the Tavern Rumor Incident segment where I epically fail with pronouncing or stumbling on some of the names and random text that I read. Anyhow, enjoy this laid-back, slower crawl through the game. Leave a comment if you want me to continue recording my playthrough of it, telling more stories or memories as I have of my experience with the game and times past. Anyhow, let's dig into it. Interesting, so it actually has enhanced and the classic version. Now basically, I guess the classic version is going to have literally just all the classic stuff, so no narrations and maybe pixely or more pixely graphics. So anyhow, I'm going to do the enhanced version because I've played the old version enough, so might as well take advantage of the new features. So let's start the game here. I forgot about the intros. I remember when I originally played this at a friend's house, they had a copy of the Black Label version, which was the original release of it, and the CD had scratches all over it, and if you allowed it to actually play the intro long enough, then it would freeze the game, and then you couldn't make it past. So, if I remember correctly, you kind of had to mash the buttons to get it to get past this so that it would actually get into the game and skip over the horribly scratched section. It's one of those things I remember trying to repair games. And I'll do new game here. I technically started a new game in this just to test out my controller and whatnot, but I didn't do anything besides just testing it really quick. But anyhow, I'll do a new game. And then I forgot reading online that it actually has different different play modes that you can choose. So I'm just gonna do night because I'm just gonna do middle of the road here. And the thing is that hardcore tactics people will go through and actually set a specific birth date for the specific zodiac, because if you've never played tactics before, the zodiac sign that you choose for your character makes them stronger in certain battles and potentially weaker in other ones. But I'm not going to go hot and sweaty here. I'm just going to I'll just set it to, we'll do August. I'm literally just choosing a random one. So we'll go with Leo, and we'll start. Maybe I crippled my character, I don't know, but we'll see.
I am Arazlam J.D. For the greater part of my life, I have been a student of Ivalice's middle age. You are familiar with the War of the Lions, no? It was a bitter war of succession that rent the land of Ivalice in two. Here we first find mention of Delita Hyrule, the hero who would draw the curtain on this dark act of our history. His is a tale of great renown, familiar to all who dwell within our land. But, as we well know, what the eye sees is oftentimes a mere fragment of the truth. There was another young man, Ramza Beowulf, the youngest son of House Beowulf, famed for producing leaders of men. There is no official record of the role he played on history's stage. However, According to the Jurai papers, which had long lain concealed in church archives, this forgotten young man was in fact the true hero. The church maintains he was a heretic of the highest order, an inciter of unrest, who blasphemed the gods and profaned the godly. Which of these two accounts is to be believed?
It's nice for the narrations to actually be read out here.
In my search to uncover the answer, the truth.
It's like a whole new game. Sorry, it was this intro that you would have to try to skip, otherwise it would hit that gashed part of the CD. But anyhow, as I was saying before, I remember the times that you would go into stores and they would have those cheap CD repair kits, and you would put the special cream or liquid or whatnot on it, and it would have the little grinding wheel thing that you'd have to crank. And I remember me and my friends bought one the one time trying to salvage this PlayStation 2 game that unfortunately his cousin decided to take a coax cable to and scratched out of spite over something that we did to him. But the gash was so bad that one of those cheap things couldn't fix it, and we tried it with Tactics here, and it didn't fix the scratch in it either. You know, it really needed one of those professional grade ones that, you know, cost thousands of dollars back then, and more or less actually grinds the surface down slightly. Thankfully, the aluminum backing on it was fine, but it was just the plastic portion that was etched. But the problem is, for the longest time, Tactics, you could only find the black label copy, and it was pretty rare. You had to either buy it from a game catalog back in the day, and it was like $75 to $150, I remember. And as a kid, I didn't have the money for that, so that was out of reach. But even going to like EB Games or one of the other game outlets at the time, I can't remember the other one, but they would have a used copy of this, and it was in like horrible shape, and it's $75+. And I remember at one point I was taking a look at one at an EB Games, and I was contemplating, I was like, do I want to buy this? Even though I remember looking at the CD on it, and it too is all scratched up, and I was like, if only it wasn't in terrible shape. And I remember holding off, and then maybe 3 or 4 months later, finally they started making new copies of it again. They did the greatest hits, or with the green label on it. They re-released it for $19.95 or $19.99 or whatnot, and then I was able to buy it. So that was nice. So it begins.
O Father, abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
Lady Ophelia, it is time.
I forgot they added in the animated faces into this. Alright, so I guess I do have to
I'll not be
skip
much longer
through
at
these
this.
every time they stop talking.
Your escort has already arrived.
Please, heed the good lady's words, Highness. You must hurry.
Still in here, are you? It's been the better part of an hour.
Gafgarian, you forget yourself, sir. You are in the presence of the princess.
Mayhap bowed heads would less offend. But you would do well to waste less time on idle pleasantries.
I see even the noble Order of the Northern Sky cannot rid itself of vulgar knaves.
I do like the voice actors they chose, though. Sometimes a lot of these games, the voice actors just seem out of place. But
A guard captain in these rain-sodden hinterlands ought not to expect chivalry. We are in the employ of the Order, not of it. Our pay does not cover trite courtesies to the likes of you.
Govern your tongue.
Enough. Let us be on our way.
The Father watch over you, child.
And you, Elder.
Milady, the enemy is upon us.
You got Tanner's men?
We are paid for this. Time to earn our keep. What is it, Ramza? You above getting paid to do a job?
I'm a knight no longer. Just another sellsword.
Right then. To battle.
Deliver us, O Lord.
It's one of those things that I'm sure a lot of people probably thought this was some like really young kids game or something like that, but it is not. This is definitely more of an adult game, that's for sure.
Duke Goltana must be mad.
You there, wench. It is useless to resist. You will surrender the princess. If not, well, I would hate to see anything happen to that pretty face of yours.
A head on a sword? These swords of Goltana, lack wits one and all.
In that case, we should be able to handle this without you, Gafgarian.
Mayhap you could, but there's no money to be made in that. Lad, Ramsa, with me. Kill them all! Leave no man standing!
You would have us slaughter them? Are you mad? Kill them here, and you'll have played into Duke Goltana's hands. We need only put them to rout.
I find dead men rout more easily.
Oh, Gafgarian. One big thing I really like is that timeline on the left-hand side there, where it actually shows whose turn is going to be. Definitely helps when you're trying to use a mage or something and questioning if the ability is going to go off too late after they've moved or something like that. It's also interesting that I can just reset my move here. I mean, technically you could do it in the old version, but you didn't have the abilities options and all this stuff show up, but let's see. And I do like this new user interface they came up with. Well, 90% chance. Let's see.
Farewell.
And Gafgarian's a Death Knight, so... Or, I'm sorry, he's a... Agrius is a Holy Knight. Sorry, I think Gafgarian's a Dark Knight, not Death Knight. .20 damage.
The next move is key.
Oh, chemists. It's one thing that I found interesting with chemists
By
is
divine will unencumbered, by darkness empowered. You're done for.
later on when potions and stuff are being thrown around, chemists can catch them. Thought that was always an interesting little tidbit. Ren shield.
You're mine.
And it's gone.
For victory.
Really is one of those abilities that it's pretty frustrating, especially when you have rare equipment and it gets demolished. You know, it doesn't, you can't repair it, doesn't come back. You basically have to reload your save. Oh, let's see. Can I rotate? Oh, there we go. Trying to get my bearings straight here. I'll move to the side. 49.
Come then.
Suppose I could have taken out that archer, but oh well. Oh. Nice job, Agrius.
I must fight on.
And he's running away.
Ready.
It's time.
And we'll take him out.
No. No.
Oh, I see. So you can still change up the facings. That's what that little icon was that I was looking at.
I must pick myself up.
Leave it to me.
Now is the time.
Let's go.
Right. This fleeting life, cling to it not. Embrace inevitable end. Judgment Blade!
And she just keeps taking out Ramza there.
Unhand me!
No. Lady Ovelia.
This way. Hurry up. And try making a little less noise.
I'll not take orders from you!
You've quite a mouth on you, princess.
Hold there!
I think not. If you feel wronged, blame yourself or the father.
This cannot be.
Delita. He lives. But why does he serve under the banner of Duke Goltana? I do not understand.
Records of the hero Delita Hyrule
First appear 1 year before the outbreak of the War of the Lions. The loss of the 50 Years' War saw Ivalice paying enormous reparations and ceding vast swathes of land to Ordalia, the victors. Knights and sellswords returned from the front to find their homes razed and loved ones slain. Compounding their woes, they were denied pay for their service and stripped of their livelihoods. This ill treatment led many to abandon their fealty to the crown and the nobility. Once loyal soldiers became rogues and traitors, donning the thief's cloak and plotting treason. It was a time of great unrest for Ivalice. Murder and theft were commonplace. Many were the young adventurer and mage who stepped forward to counter this threat. Of these, the city of Garland too saw its share. It was there that our tale began, a year earlier.
I thought I was losing it at first, but it changes voice actors with the narration in that first section that popped up. I was like, is this a bug?
Another Wayne was struck last night on its way to Egros.
The Corpse Brigade again.
It changed from the narrator, or the original narrator, to Ramza's voice.
'Tis long past the hour for drills. What is happening, I wonder?
Or I think it's Ramza's voice.
Delita, What do you suppose this is about?
I could hazard a guess.
Oh? Do tell.
I think Duke Larg is coming to Garland.
Duke Larg? Why?
Not just the Duke. The Marquis Elmdor the Limbri, too.
That's the first I've heard of it. This has not the sound of a state visit.
All of Ivalice is in turmoil. The Order's supposed to be keeping things under control, but the fact is, they number too few.
And they mean to bolster their numbers with us.
All right, everybody, fall in! The Order of the Northern Sky has an assignment for its Knight's Apprentice. As I'm sure you're already aware, the number of brigands roaming Galleon is on the rise. Among them, the Corpse Brigade, a seditious lot with a grudge against the very crown they had served. Rogues such as they must be dealt with. The Order has been commanded to undertake an operation to eliminate the brigade. An operation of a grand scale. We will not be acting alone. The Order will be joined by, among others, His Excellency Duke Larg's Royal Guard. This will leave Egro's castle undermanned. Your task will be to proceed there and support us from the rear by bolstering its defenses. Remember, you represent the Academy itself. Noble or otherwise, your actions reflect upon us all. Fight with honor and trust in your steel. 'Twould seem the time to take up arms is already upon you, young apprentices. I've just received word that a band of thieves, routed by our knights, flees here to Garland, where the bustling streets will only aid their escape. We will move to stop them and finish the task of our brothers. This is but a squall before the storm of battle. Prepare yourselves at once. Dismissed.
Let's be on our way.
I was watching a speed run of this, and the speedrunners take out the guests and their party so they don't have to deal with them getting in the way and holding up the game, which I thought was pretty funny. The other thing I remember for the original release of this was the narration that they had before the people started talking. Had where the text would start really slowing down, and I guess it was a problem with the English version because of the Japanese to English translation, so it was as if someone was typing just one key at a time, and it was just brutal. And you couldn't skip it either. It's also interesting, if you look on the bottom, it mentions a little bit of information on the location that you're at. Boasting 700 years of history, many students graduate from this prestigious institution with aspirations to become great leaders. Let's go to Magic City of Garland, home to the Rail Academy for the Magical Arts, famous for producing Elibus, mage hero of the 50 Years' War. Suppose I should have saved it in case the game crashes, but good old launch day bugs, I'm sure, are gonna appear. Place up to 5 units. Oh, interesting. It's funny. I mean, the little tutorial wasn't popping up earlier because I already kind of went through that section, but it's nice to actually give people a tutorial, because previously I remember this was pretty brutal to learn back in the day. Let's see. Do the chemist behind here.
Yours to command.
Let's see, who do we have left? I'm gonna do another chemist. Commence battle, yes.
It's time.
Get maximum potion throwers in there.
What have we here? Little moppets, is it? Our luck's turned for the better. All right, lads. Cut through these and we're as good as fled. Make quick work of them. And don't be leaving no squealers behind.
the thing is with that very first battle, it's an auto battle for the most part, so anyone can survive through it. But this battle, on the other hand, I remember not realizing that you have potions available to you.
Remember, the well-aimed thrust pierces the mail.
Elves know our way around the battlefield. Beowulf, was it? Heir to the noble house, Beowulf, I'd wager. Looks like we have ourselves some apprentices from the academy. Well, highborn moppets are still moppets.
Lay down your arms or die clutching them. None will mourn your passing.
Is that right? You're in far over your little heads.
My turn.
But yeah, so, you know, most people having no idea that you're supposed to, you know, throw potions and whatnot are just getting demolished in this, so let me move the... Send them over here. $20 damage. Expected outcomes. Which is what I've been looking at down below there. Commanding allied units, yes. Still trying to get my bearing straight here with the buttons that I haven't used in a decade plus since the last time I played this. Take the high ground here. Let's see, fundamentals. Re-equip. What does he have? Throw stone? Oh, let's see here. No go. Alright, well. He's gonna go ahead and wait facing forward. Let's see. The other thing that was interesting watching the speedrunners is that they are also changing the camera angle so that it speeds up the game, which I thought was interesting. Let's see. We'll throw a stone.
Fly.
No go. Look at that nice achievement down below there. Let's see, what have I got? I got 5. It's a little bit of a waste, but free experience and job points.
Leave this to me.
How to proceed?
Yeah, of course, he's gonna toss a potion.
Cheers for that.
Got a little bit of a tank there, I guess. It's one of the things with the game is that you sometimes are just focusing on just trying to get your experience and job points in, even if you're attacking your own party members.
Right.
The reason as to why I'm going to the side is because, actually, you know what, we're going to try to tackle. Or rush in this case. See if I can knock her down. Nice.
A step forward.
It's one of the things I liked in this game is the mechanism that you have a chance of knocking people down, so you can use the higher ground to your benefit, especially if it's really high. You have a chance of instantly killing the people if they fall too high. Oh, let's see here. She's just gonna get beaten up if she goes there, but, well, we're just gonna do it.
Unworthy foe.
She'll probably end up retreating, or that other chemist will come over and try to help her.
Right.
Well, he's gonna get beaten down here.
Bloody hell. I can do this.
28. Well, I'm 95%.
Now then.
A little wasteful, but I'll top them off. Guess I gotta get my chemist out of there now. No, I wasn't expecting her to go that direction. Nice job there, Delita. Really helping out the team here. Well, I'll get him down there. Nice. Raising units level. Yada yada.
I'm getting the hang of this.
This cannot be.
I like how it shows their health and the expected health after.
A proud moment. I must be decisive.
Oh, let's see. I'll have him go up there. Just gonna have him heal himself. Again, it's a little bit of a waste of a potion, but experience is experience.
I'll grow stronger yet.
So, Delita, you gonna help out there, buddy?
No mercy.
What's next?
I won't stop now.
Sure, let's do this. I think I can attack. Yep, well, there we go. I'm just gonna use him for some experience here.
It's time.
I guess I'll just try to throw a stone at him. Oh, that's right. Ramza does not have throw a stone right now. Oh. I'm also losing it. He's right in front of me. For some reason I was thinking the chemist was the enemy. It's a 5 hours of sleep will do to you. Working a full day and it being nighttime.
Honest work would see them die old in bed. Yet they choose instead this early grave.
Oh, interesting. Not bad.
Barbeneth Beowulf, a great hero who had attained the distinguished title of Knight Gallant, approached the hour of his death.
In the waning days of the 50 Years' War.
What news of the war? The Order has struck a great blow. Limbri is ours once more. 'Tis but a matter of time ere the Ordalians withdraw from Seltenia. All goes as planned, Lord Father. Be not troubled.
The envoy dispatched to treat with Advocate Lenario returned this night past. He has agreed to your proposal, Lord Father.
Good. Very good. Then the war will die with me.
Father.
There now, Alma. Do you want my last memory to be of your tears?
Where is that Ramza? He should be here at your side.
Zalbag, Dystag, you are dear to me. But Ramza is no less so. Though he be not the issue of the womb that bore you, my sons, still my blood courses through his veins. Watch after him.
Lord Father!
You forget yourself, Ramza.
You have come. Good. Let me look upon your face once more.
Lord Father.
How long has it been? You've grown into a fine young man. I would hear of your studies. You've been at the academy since spring, is it? Hear me, Ramza. For generations, we Beowulfs have stood foremost of those who serve the crown. Ours is the soul of the knight. Become a knight worthy of your name. Tolerate no injustice. Stray not from the true path. You will know the path you must walk. A Beowulf can walk no other.
I will not fail you, Father.
Your friend, Delita. He is a good boy. He is low-born, but he can serve you well. I've made arrangements for him to enter the academy. You should have seen the look on the headmaster's face. In the years ahead, you will need someone whom you can trust. You could do far worse than Delita.
As you say, Father.
Take care of your sister. And show these brothers of yours what it is. What it is to be a knight.
The main menu stuff. Let's take a gander here. Since I already know all this stuff, I'm just gonna skip through that, but let's see here. Unit status, yes, thank you. Let's see what we got. Alright, so there's no difference between the broadsword and the mithril knife. Okay, well, don't need that then right now. Nothing different there. Let's see what we got for job lands here. Learn abilities. Learning ability stuff. Let's see, he's got 177. Do throw stone. Evasive stance. Greatly increased unit's physical and magical parry. Should actually save up for JP boost. That's a solid one to get early on. I'll hold off on any others there. Let's, I'm not gonna change up.
Yes.
Let's take a gander. Job. Let's take a look. Let's see, he's got 81. Have him save up for JP boost. Let's see, in this case, have him get an upgrade. Let's see, he's got 78. I'll save up for JP boost again. That just helps increase your JP, aka job points, per attack. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I forgot. Chemists can find treasure. So every little grid, or every square on the grid has a chance of having an item on it. I'll have him save up stuff. So let's see, that one's already in use. That's fine.
Alright then.
Let's take a look. She's got 50. I'll have her wait. Let's see. Let's go to the settlement. Each settlement on the world map offers a range of amenities. You can visit the outfitter to buy or sell equipment and items, the tavern to hear the latest rumors, or the Warriors Guild to recruit new units and change the names of your party members. Outfitter. Gonna have to buy some more potions. In the cities and castles of Ivalice, you will find outfitters, establishments where weapons, armor, accessories, and consumable items can be bought and sold. The stock available differs according to the type of settlements, and new goods may be added as the story progresses.
Welcome. Take as long as you need. Or catch your eye.
Let's see here. Potions. What have we got here? We got 10,000. Let's do 20 of these to be safe.
Happy. Thank you for your cut.
We got 3. Let's bring that to 5.
Thank you very. May I be of further assistance? What is it you're selling? May I help with aught else? Don't be a stranger.
Let's go back. Take a gander at the tavern here. Taverns are prime locations for gathering information and listening to rumors. Pay one a visit and you might learn things to which few others are privy.
Welcome. Make yourself at home. Rumors, eh?
Curious, do they read? No. Brigandry is on the rise across the land, and Galalone has by no means been spared. Wains are struck and pillaged, high-ranking officials taken at sword point. Most of the incidents of this past 6 months are believed to be the work of a company of felons and former sellswords known as the Corpse Brigade. It is oft said the only good brigand is a dead brigand, and the Order of the Northern Sky would like naught more than to see the brigade made corpses for true. But as yet, it is all the knighthood can do to keep the outlaws in check. Let's see. Wait, did that have any more to it? Nope. King Ondoria III. The health of King Ondoria III has been subject to concern since his collapse at the birthday celebrations of Prince Orionis. The board of the Chamberlains has since announced that the king has regained consciousness and his fever has broken, but will yet require no less than 3 weeks of quietude and bed rest in order to recover. Many speculate that it may be some months before the king resumes his official duties. However, Queen Laveria and her retainers have long been in charge of most affairs of the state, and thus few problems are anticipated during the king's absence. Let's see. Okay, that one does have a scroll on it, right? I see, that's a lengthy one. Well, I'll read anyhow. The half-century of conflict between Ivalice and Ordalia is today known as the 50 Years' War. The beginning of the 50 Years' War can be traced to the death of Ordalia's king, Devane III, and his failure to name a successor. His cousin, Vari the Sixth, was next in line for the throne. However, King Denmanda II of Ivalice, the uncle of Devane III, proclaimed himself the rightful heir and declared war on Ordalia. However, this was merely a pretense to justify the invasion of the neighboring Ordalian province of Zalmonia. Formerly an independent state, it has been annexed by Ordalia nearly a century prior. Ivalice has since been aiding the province in an effort to weaken Ordalia, though increasingly severe oppression and political purges enacted by the Ordalians stifled Zalmonia's bid to regain independence. Tired of Ordalian rule, the Zalmonian leadership and nobility secretly petitioned Ivalice to take a more direct hand in their liberation. After a victory of Zalmonia, the Ivalician armies marched on the Ordalian capital of Viria. As fate would have it, Denmanda, I'm just butchering that name, the second succumbed to fatal illness on the road. The momentary confusion among Ivalice's troops gave Ordalia the opportunity it needed to regroup, and Vori VI succeeded in pushing the Ivalicians back as far as Zalmonia. The resulting impasse would not be broken until the Ramondian army's invasion 2 years hence. Ramonda, a powerful military state lying across the Rana Strait, marched on Ivalice as the behest of Vori VI, a blood relations of the Ramondian nobility. However, Denimand's I was going to skip over that name at this point with my brain being incapable of reading it with the lack of sleep. Denimand the fourth was a fearless warrior, personally leading his men into battle against the combined might of Ramonda and Ordalia. You see, the great thing about non-narrated games is that you basically try to come up with, well, what does that name actually, or how does that name pronounced? And then you pronounce it in your head or out loud, and then when it's actually narrated, then you're like, wow, I was very off. Anyhow, this, along with an outbreak of the Black Death in Ramonda, forced the Ramondan army to withdraw after only 3 years. Two military orders worthy of particular mention in this conflict are the Order of the Northern Sky, led by the young Barbeneth Beowulf, who would later claim the title of Knight Gallant, and that of the Southern Sky, led by Sidalphus Orlando, known as the Thunder God. After countless victories at home, these two orders have been poised to advance into Ordalia. However, the protracted conflict had begun to take its toll on domestic morale. Peasant uprisings and revolts throughout Ivalice and Ordalia forced both countries to send their troops home to pacify their own citizens, resulting in another stalemate. It was Denmanda the Sixth's sudden death by malady that broke the stalemate. Although some claim that he was murdered, his successor Ondoria III was ill suited to the throne, and left the governing of Ivalice to his queen and retainers. Without Denmanda's the Fourth's leadership, the armies of Ivalice had little prayer of preventing Vori the Sixth's successor, Prince Leonard, from defeating the troops stationed in Zalmonia and advancing into Ivalice proper. Despite the valiant efforts of the northern and southern orders, Ivalice failed to repel Prince Leonard's invasion of Zeltania. Ivalice's leaders soon began looking for a peaceful alternative. In the end, both states agreed that prolonging the war would prove mutually detrimental, and a pact was signed allowing each nation to return to addressing domestic strife. An equal peace in name, it was in reality a defeat for Ivalice. The economy of Ivalice was brought to the very brink of ruin as it struggled to pay reparations to its former enemies and to repay the loans taken from neighboring states to fund its war effort. Soldiers returning from the front found themselves without pay, and entire orders of knights were summarily discharged from service. The swelling ranks of the unemployed did little to relieve the people's distrust in the crown and the nobility. Alright, well, progress through the main story to unlock.
Come back soon now.
And I don't need to recruit anyone right now, even though speedrunners and whatnot would ditch their current party basically and look for those zodiacs that are pristine. Anyhow, I am going to save 1 second. Figure out the button here on my controller.
What was that?
Oh, interesting.
How odd. What was that?
Can get him to talk. That's not it.
Making preparations.
Chronicle provides a wealth of knowledge that allows you to deepen your understanding of the world and story. State of the realm, events, interesting. Alright, here's where I can save. Alright, let me continue on. Mandalia Plain. Large large stone spires protrude from this plain like the fangs of a great beast. Mind you, I've got this microphone right in front of my face, so sometimes if my reading is off, it's because I'm trying to move my head and refine where I'm reading from, or I'm just tired. Let's go here. Battle time. Place up to 4 units. Let's see here.
I was born for this.
I am yours to command.
Forward.
That's right, delete is here. Actually, no, that's right. He's here.
Looks like this one's still alive. What do we do with him?
What do you think we do with him?
Right then. Your luck's run out, knave. If ever you had any.
Blast! One of the Order's patrols.
The Corpse Brigade. And they've a hostage in their midst.
It's one of the things I didn't realize until way later in life is that choosing these actually makes it so that Ramza's brave rating actually increases or potentially decreases or stays the same. So if we do our first duties to defeat the brigade, we don't get the benefit bonus from this encounter. So if we do, we must rescue the captive, which is the harder option. Then his brave, I believe, is going to go up slightly. And his brave is good for increasing physical attacks. So we're going to go with the harder option. We must rescue the captive.
We must rescue their captive. To do less would be unbecoming of men of the Order.
Just have to make sure he doesn't get outright demolished.
Leave it to me.
Hopefully deleted will actually help this time.
Reinforcements. And none too soon. My turn.
You'll occasionally be joined in battle by special units who act of their own accord and cannot be given instructions. As the main story progresses, these special units may join your party for time as a guest. Furthermore, depending on the condition of victory, allowing a special unit to be knocked out may result in a game over.
This isn't funny.
Where to, then?
Should have put my chemist in front.
Right.
Hopefully he'll pull back and not just try to tackle all these people. Auto battle, auto battle. Not a fan of auto battle. Let's try to get Ramza over. Nothing. And wait. That's right, I forgot that's the other new feature to this, is that you can actually do a top-down look. Some of these maps are pretty hard to actually see some stuff. Still nothing. I would have him throw a stone at Ramza, but gotta maximize chance of survival in this one. Throw a stone. Nice. Downside is chemists do not have very far range.
Ready. Victory is mine.
Please pull back. At least he leveled.
Stop me. What's next?
24.
I'm better than this. A step forward. Come on. Right.
Oh, let's see. That's right. He doesn't have item, but I can do this. Chant. Give him 18 hit points.
I'm in your debt.
Sacrifice a little of my own, but %.
I don't miss.
Nice. Units that have the treasure hunter ability and those using the chemist job are able to find buried items, but to do so they must stop on a tile that contains one. The item found are classed as normal or rare. Units with a lower bravery attribute are more likely to discover a rare item. Interesting. Furthermore, a chemist with the treasure hunter ability will receive an additional bonus to the probability of finding something rare. Oh, that's fancy. Unfortunately, the corpse is in the way on that one, but doesn't stop us from throwing a stone.
Hard work pays off. Me then.
It's up to me.
I can do this.
I'm gonna pull him back. It's got 23. Just to be safe, I'll top him off.
What say you now?
Donner. Donner's the name of the chemist. Well, at least we got a little buffer zone of a corpse there.
My turn.
It's got 30 hit points. He's still good. Critical.
What's next?
Might as well take on the cat.
Stay down.
Well, at least
I'm ready.
What's his face there pulled back out of the fray. I was worried he was going to stay right in the middle of things.
ready.
So, oh my god, finally. Just to be safe. Argath. Interesting. So his name is actually different from... I think it was Argus before in the original.
Huzzah!
Let's see. Pull him back. Gosh. Actually, that's right. I can reset. Easy mode. Well, worth a shot. He's probably still going to get pummeled here. As long as it's not a critical. We're good.
I must be decisive.
1 hit point is still good to go. It's all about throwing those stones.
You'll live.
Look at that.
Alright then. It's a fancy new thing.
Damn you. Hard work pays off.
Donner party.
Are you alright?
I'll be fine. It is for the Marquis's safety, I fear.
The Marquis? The Marquis Elmdor de Limbri was here.
The very same. And to whom do I owe my gratitude?
We are Knights Apprentice from the Academy at Garreland. We may be able to help you. But first, I would hear more.
Alright, Folk.
My name is Argath, a knight in His Excellency the Marquis Elmdor de Limbri's household.
A knight, you say?
Yeah, I could have sworn his name was Argus in the original.
Well, truth be told, I am a knight apprentice like you.
I might just be losing it though.
A fellow knight in training, then. I am Ramza Beowulf, and this is Delita Hyrule, my trusted friend.
Beowulf? You're not of the Beowulfs of the Order of the Northern Sky, are you? What fantastic luck! A blessing in the midst of disaster.
What?
The Order can help me rescue the Marquis. It must.
The Marquis is held captive?
The Corpse Brigade captured him, yes, but he still lives. We must act quickly. Should he be killed, I will lose everything. You simply must help me, please! I beg you!
Calm yourself. Who's to say your Marquis is to be killed anyway? The Corpse Brigade would not take a man alive save there were value in keeping him so. Of that, you can be sure.
There's little we alone can do against their main host in any case. If the Marquis has been taken hostage, Egros will be in an uproar. You can be sure of that too.
Then before all else, we will report into Egros. Are we agreed?
Agreed. We'll start there.
Lead the way.
Alright, Argath. Just to be safe, I'm gonna...
Making preparations?
Yes. Sorry, still trying to get my bearings straight for buttons here. It's one of those things with Final Fantasy Tactics, if you never played it before, or reminiscing about it, is that no matter what, you save after like every single event that happens. You never know when you're just randomly gonna die, thanks to the RNG gods. Egros Castle, high seat of Galone and home to Duke Larg. Its lord, the city fortress, is second in size only to the royal city of Lassalia.
I hear you were decorated for your first victory, Ramza. They sing your praise from on high. You do honor to our name, my brother, and to me.
I am glad.
Oh? You would not seem it.
I am. Forgive me. Your words do me far more honor than I have done you. No doubt word has already reached you, but the Marquis de Limbri's carriage was waylaid, and the Marquis taken. What have you in mind to do?
I have already asked Zalbarg to dispatch a squad in pursuit. These brigands must eventually come forth to demand ransom. That is, assuming the Marquis yet lives.
I beg of you, Count Beowulf. Lend me 100 men that I might hunt the Horsens down. Please, my lord. Grant me the means to avenge my fallen friends.
Mayhap your ears fail you. I said that a squad is to be dispatched. You are not a man of Galleon. Leave her affairs to those of us who are.
But, my lord...
Do not assume to beg favors of me. Let me remind you, Argath, lest you forget your place. You are but another sword, not yet even knighted. The two of you will remain here at Egros and serve among the castle guard. You needn't worry. Danger is not like to visit these walls.
My own house was once respected as highly as House Beowulf, you know? At least, until my grandfather was captured during the war, after his fortress was overrun. In hopes of saving his own hide, he divulged intelligence about our forces. Positions, numbers, supply routes, whatever it took, he rendered up to the enemy. He turned traitor, thinking to buy his freedom with the lives of his friends. But his freedom scarce outlived his honor. He was not a dozen paces out of the gate when the dagger found his back, killed by some common squire, no more a knight than I. One of his supposed comrades spread word of his misdeeds. My lord father would have none of it, of course. But he was the only one. Our bannerman deserted us. Our reputation ruined. I suppose I had best remember my place. Your lord brother has no reason to lend ear to pleas from the likes of me.
Delita!
Tidra!
Alma! Zalbarg!
Ramza, you've come home!
It has been some time, hasn't it, Zalbarg?
I heard about Garland. They say you made short work of those brigands. Now you've truly the right to call yourself a Beowulf. Father would be proud.
Thank you, Lord Brother.
You certainly haven't changed. Gods forbid you show a bit of cheer on being praised. And you, Delita, do not think word of your deeds escapes our ears. Your sister's been so full of pride I quite fear she might burst.
Worry not, my seams have held. Glad to see you looking so well, Delita.
And are you? Have you settled in at school?
Yes, the others have all been quite kind to me.
Would that we could speak at greater leisure, but there are duties that require my attendance. Rogues do not catch themselves.
I understand. Good luck.
Oh, we received a note of ransom from the Corpse Brigade.
What?
Something about it sits unwell with me. They are anarchists, to be sure, bent on bringing down the aristocracy. But they fancy themselves righteous, and prey only on the nobility and those in our employ. Indeed, when they took hostages in the past, they demanded only in exchange for their captured brethren. Would such as they truly kidnap the Marquis for want of coin?
Why wouldn't they? They're naught but common footpads. What would they know of honor?
One of the men I dispatched to watch them has not returned. I suspect he learned something of import and was caught for it. However, there are those who do not think some mere spy worth a search party's efforts.
Where was he last known to be?
In Daughter, a merchant city east of Galleone. Guarding a castle grows dreadfully dull. Wouldn't you agree?
Forgive us, Teacher. It seems we must be leaving sooner than we had planned.
Don't worry about me. Just take care of yourself.
I will. Mind your studies. I'll be back before you've even noticed I'm gone. Let's be on our way.
Teacher puts on a brave face, but the truth is not as honeyed as her words.
What do you mean?
She has a hard time of it at school. The others tease her for being lowborn.
Oh.
Forgive me, I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sure you have worries enough of your own. Teacher will be all right. I'm here to look after her.
Then there is naught to worry about. But mind your own limits. You can't be responsible for everything.
Says the brother who never fails to do any and all that is expected of him. Unless you forget, I'm no less a Beowulf than you. It'll take more than a few mean-spirited school peers to get the better of me. But please, don't lose sight of yourself, Ramza. You needn't let your life be ruled by the fact you were born a Beowulf.
Now you're starting to sound like Mother.
Ramza.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and save it again. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and call it for this video, but anyhow, if you found this video to be enjoyable, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. It's one of those things that I just kind of decided to record this, but if you enjoyed it, you want to see more like this and maybe continue on my journey with Final Fantasy Tactics here, please let me know, and I may make this into a little mini-series of sorts with multiple parts and all that good stuff. But anyhow, until next time, take it easy.